Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a soon to be released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Animal Shelter Simulator, which is a very feel good, very cute title, as you can see from this intro cinematic here. The idea is you take pets in, be that cats or dogs, you look after them, you nurse them back to health, and then you get them adopted. It really is that very simple. It's really cool, it's very simple and easy to understand, but there is a lot to the game to break down as well, and I'm very excited for this. I was a little bit worried that there might be a bit of a trigger warning, but I'm happy to report that there isn't. It's just all the feels. So let's look at the options as always, and then we'll jump into the game. I'll take you through the computer and all the different things that you can do there, and then I'll show you how actually interacting with the animals and things that you can do works. So let's jump into it. Alright, the options menu. So, it's very well done, and I love the general aesthetic of everything in this game. It's very cute, it's very cutesy. It meets the desired effect of the entire aesthetic of the game. That out the way, the actual options themselves are actually pretty good. You've got your field of view, mouse sensitivity, you can change the language. Autosave time, I love it when games add this in. It gives you a bit more control over how often you actually want the game saved. For me, I want it to be saved as often as is humanly possible because you never can tell. You can have vertical character head movement, horizontal character head movement, you can invert the mouse, you can print animals' names on photos, which I think is adorable, show tasks, hide equipment bar, invert equipment scrolling. Like, there's a lot of gameplay options here, and I don't really think that there needs to be more. I think that for gameplay itself, they've pretty much included everything that they need to. For the video options, this is where it gets let down a bit. It would be nice if they had a few more options, but the options they have are pretty damn good. You've got full screen exclusive mode, as well as you've also got your borderless, maximized, and just normal windowed. You've got your resolution settings. This goes all the way up to 4K. General quality only goes up to high, which I'm not huge a fan of. Like, it would be nice if they could make it pop a bit more. You've got texture quality, you've got AA, and they've actually got the type of AA there, which is good. Texture quality would be nice if they had a numerical value. VSync on or off. If you put your VSync on, then you don't get the frame rate, but that's pretty much standard. And then you've got your shadows quality. Interestingly enough, the shadows quality goes all the way up to ultra. I don't understand why that goes that high and yet the rest of it doesn't. And then you've got your shadows distance as well. Again, there could be a few more options that they can add in here because the game is very pretty to look at, and you know, more options means more accessibility to lower performing machines. Key bindings, always nice that you can rebind your keys, but honestly, it's a very simple game. You're going to be using your mouse or the numerical keys a lot. Other than that, it's just moving around. And then your audio. You've only got your music and your effects volume, but again, by default, it is not at maximum, and this is something that I always look for in games. It's never good when you switch the game on and get your ears blown out if you're a headphone user. Also, I want to say just how awesome the soundtrack is. It's very relaxing. Again, it goes with the aesthetic of the entire game, and I'm very pleased with that. So that's the options. Let's jump into the game. Okay, so we're in the game, and we're going to be in the computer a hell of a lot. This is where your main control hub is. This is where you do everything and order everything and sort all the bits and pieces out in order to rehome your pets, as well as look at them and look after them. So I'm going to go through each of the tabs and explain what they do. I haven't technically completed the tutorial yet, so some areas of this are not available to me yet, but it's fairly obvious what it is that they actually do. First up, we have the tab that we're on right now, which is emails. This is where all of your emails will come in. This will tell you things like how well your pet is getting on with their new home, any issues that they may be having, and stuff like that. You're not going to be getting too many of these emails, but obviously the more pets you rehome, the more emails you're going to be receiving. The shop. This is very in-depth. You've got food, medicine, hygiene, toys, decorations, site expansion tickets, and other. This pretty much covers everything. You're going to be needing to buy a lot of food and a lot of water, some treats, all that good stuff. The only qualm that I've got with the shop so far is the amount or quantity that you can buy of each item. You can only buy 10 of each item. And honestly, it would be nice if I could buy more. I can always store it somewhere, and it just means that I'm going to be coming back to this tab less, which is going to make my game more efficient. And with the amount of money that they actually give you to start with, it would be nice if I could buy more than just 10 at a time. It makes it seem a little bit tedious, and honestly, we're in 2022, that should be better. Other than that, though, I'm very, very happy with all the different things that you can buy and the things that it shows you that are available to buy later on. It's a very well thought out menu. Your build mode, I don't have access to that yet because I've not finished the tutorial, but essentially that's where you're going to expand your shelter and make it so you can take more pets in and do more things like heal them and just take in more advanced cases. Animals in shelter, this shows you the animal that you've got and then all the people that are looking for a pet. And what you can do there is you can look at them, you can get more info, you can send people out, staff members, to go and assess them, and then once you've done that, you can match the right pet for the right owner to get the best result. The better result, the more money that these people will then donate to the shelter to allow you to keep doing it. It's a very interesting screen. I'm very happy with it. The info that it gives you are really cool, and the fact that it shows you all the things that they need, all the things that the animals and the pets want, is very in-depth and yet done in a very simple way. It shows you just how easy it can be to match the right pet with the right owner. Of course, in real life that is not the case, but it's done in a very easy way. Then you've got pets to take in, and here this will show you the pets that you're able to take in and the pets that you're unable to take in because your shelter isn't up to requirement, and obviously you've only got a certain amount of time before you can take these in, and then they will refresh. Your gallery, this is where you can see all of the pictures that you scanned into the computer of your pet, and you know, you can take better pictures as you get better equipment later on. Your statistics, this shows you how well you're doing, and I think it actually puts you against other players in the game, regional and national and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot here. It shows you your finances, shows you everything that you're getting done, and it shows you your rating. And then your notifications. This just basically shows you all of the things that pop up in the top right hand corner, and then your encyclopedia, which will show you pretty much everything. It's everything in the tutorial. So that's the computer and everything that the computer holds. How does the game actually play when you're walking around? Let's find out. Alright, so we're outside. This is our shelter. As you can see, the game is very pretty. It's very similar to a lot of other simulation games I've seen, but with just a nicer colour palette. Everything seems brighter. Everything seems more welcoming. It again just adds to that entire aesthetic. We've got this garage here with just things in it. Which is a bit odd. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to clean that out. I don't know if that's going to be covered in the tutorial to give me a new space that I could use for bathing or veterinary care, etc. That's something that we'll find out. This is your helipad. This is where all of your deliveries get taken. At the minute, I am just moving it and putting over here so it's out the way until later on. And when you hold it, you have to wait until the square turns blue in order for you to be able to do it. This is the dog run. I've only got one dog in the shelter at the minute. And basically the way this works is you can look at the clipboard and it will show you what you need, right? So it will show you whether the dog is hungry, whether it needs fun, maybe it needs to go and be let out. And it shows you the traits of the dog as well. So it's a quick guide to what the dog needs in order to make it rehomable. In here you've got your water bowl and you've got your food bowl, and you basically use your tab key, your inventory item, to select the thing that you need, and then you can just fill up the water bowl and the food bowl from there. Very easy and straightforward. This is where it gets a little bit weird, because if you leave the door open, the dog won't run out because you've placed it in there, and then after a certain amount of time, the door actually closes. But you could actually go in, pick the dog up, and then once you've picked it up, you can put it outside, and this is where it will then run about and look very happy and cute and adorable. In order to play with it, to my knowledge, the way that the tutorial said it is that you have to pet the animal first before you can take out a toy and play with it that way. But the way you do that is you just basically hold your hand over it, and that counts as petting. It looks a bit creepy, it looks a bit weird, but for the type of game this is, it's actually pretty damn good. Then you can pick up a ball, and then you can throw the ball, and then the dog will run around and play with it, and you can get different toys as you go along, and this will make his happiness level essentially better, which will make him again more adoptable, which means that you can essentially get more information out about it. It's very cute, it's very lovable. It's probably going to be the best part of this game because the animals do look incredibly cute. Once you've done that, you can then pull out your camera and you can go into camera mode and take a picture. Deal to wait for a good pose, like that. Take your picture. It's a Polaroid, so it'll print it out, and then away you go. Once you've done that, you have to go through to your computer, and again, you will then use the scanner to scan the photo in, and then you can create an ad from there. Once you've done that, you will rehome the dog or the cat, and then they will give you money, and then you can expand on the shelter as you go through and just keep going, rinse and repeat with different animals, different criteria that they have, different things that they need looking at, and it really is that simple, and it's kind of cool. I am a big fan of this game. I think it's something that has been very highly needed, and I'm going to have a lot of time playing this. Let me know in those comments down below if this is something that you would enjoy. Let me know if it's the feel-good feels that you really need. And I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.